Hey everyone, it's Fussy here again, and in today's video I just wanted to give you all a quick follow-up on the progress that we've been having with the Spellslinger Sabo at the end of week 1. It's been a really fun week, and I'm not the fastest Atlas pusher out there, but managed to still get 2 of my 4 watchstones so far. I haven't paid for any of my boss carries or done any of that stuff, so it's all been done on this character. But yeah, there was a real struggle with this build when we reached level 89, and just trying to push through the higher reds and do things like our Crucible encounters, etc. We just kept dying, and the reason was a few things. A small HP pool due to terrible gear, and we still have terrible gear and still have terrible HP due to that. But I was able to pick up quite a bit more HP notables off of the tree. So we're sitting at around 135% now. By level 95, I believe it is, level 95 that I have spec'd on there. It could be level 94, but level 95, we have it spec'd out for 150. So it's looking like it's gonna get enough HP to hit that 5k threshold once we get into the higher levels. I just need to work at getting those levels. But I am happy to report we are not hard stuck level 89 anymore. We are now level 92, as I was able to make some changes to the tree. If you caught my last video, you would have noticed that I made changes to the tree that allowed for cap spell suppression, some more movement speed, just among other things. And I ran that spec for about 10 maps, and I realized that although it was feeling far better than before, it still wasn't ready for the things that I wanted. So like the lethal encounters with a T16 Crucible, I wanted to start doing some of the entry-level bosses a little faster. So things like doing all my Guardians, my Conquerors, doing Cirrus and stuff like that. I still haven't done Cirrus yet. I haven't attempted him, but I'm quite certain that I'll be able to beat him at this point. But anyways, what I did after running that spec, and I died a few times, I realized that it just wasn't quite there, ready to push me into those encounters. And that's where Replica Mistwall enters. Guys, I cannot express just how much of a savior that this shield has been for the build. It just pairs so well with spell suppression and, well, cap spell suppression. It's allowing me to take some pretty beefy hits now. So with some proper graphs on the gear, like I said before, I'll be able to hit that 5k life threshold, and that'll be probably around anywhere between level 94 to 96. But yeah, just by adding this shield, I cruised all the way to level 92 now. And just if you're having any defensive issues with your build and you're on an evasion or suppression setup, consider Replica Mistwall. Okay, so just hopping into the game here, I wanted to show off the shield. The Replica Mistwall Lacquered Buckler. If you have not heard of the shield, it's a replica unique from the Heist blueprints, the replica blueprints. And it's not so well used shield, like you don't see many people using it, but in my opinion, it is quite a good shield. You've got a 75% chance to block spell damage if you have not blocked recently, and a 13% chance to avoid physical damage from hits while phasing. You have phasing if you have blocked recently. So what this equals is you get phasing up a lot with this shield. We also have phasing through our Quartz Flask, and then we also have phasing through the Spell Suppression Mastery. So for this build particularly, we have phasing virtually all the time, but this is really all about that spell damage block. The 75% chance to block is just really important here, because in addition to our evasion layer, it's going to give us that avoidance against spells as well. So evasion's giving us avoidance against attacks, whereas this is giving us avoidance against spells, equaling us taking less hits, meaning our suppression layer, our leech layer, and our low HP pool are going to stretch a lot further. So this shield just seriously saved the build. It saved everything about the build and allowed us to start gaining that XP and start actually pushing into higher levels. Another thing that we picked up was Choir of the Storm. Choir of the Storm. So this amulet, it's a good amulet, but it will still be outscaled by a +2 amulet pretty easily, and actually a well-crafted +1 amulet would still outscale this amulet. A +1 amulet with, say, just some measly increased spell damage or something like that is pretty much on par with the damage that you're getting out of a Choir of the Storm. It's not insane, but it's worthwhile for considering that it's only about 2 div. So it's not very much more than you would spend on, say, a +1 amulet with some decent stats on it. And yeah, ultimately, I'd say that it's a cool amulet. It's fun, nice drip, nice swag, but ultimately, we'll be giving that up for a +2 as soon as we can. The rest of the gear is all the same as before. I did change over the belt, I believe, to a crystal base. And this was just so that we can grab some more ES, because we did change over to the Replica Mistwall over the Thorium Spirit Shield. So we lost a lot of ES there, had to pick that up in some way. And that is also the reason why we're using a Quartz Flask, is because I don't really want to switch my ES bases out for any kind of evasion bases, like evasion energy shield even. And the reason why is because I really want to make sure that we keep our energy shield as high as possible. We used to have 1100, and now we have 779. The 779, in my opinion, is still feeling a little bit too low. We don't have any issues really, but when it comes to a map like, say, having less recovery of your energy shield, that really just gets in the way and doesn't allow us to push through smoothly. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking for more ES, and certainly going along looking for more HP as well. But yeah, everything else is very much the same. We may have swapped out a ring or a jewel or something to pick up different resistances, but they're all the exact same effect and the exact same ring. And as I mentioned, the tree is largely the same, but any of the changes that were made, you'll be able to pick up in the POB that is down below. And yeah, hopefully, again, you guys have been having a really good time in your week 1. Hopefully you've all made it a lot further than me with some better builds than I made. But obviously, if you're looking for something to just have a little bit of fun, definitely pick up Spellslinger Sabo. You don't have to pick up my variant, but absolutely give Spellslinger Sabo a try this league, or give Cast on Crit Sabo a try this league. Anything trigger based with Sabo, give it a try this league. It is a lot of fun. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, I will see you all later. Take care and peace out.